Okay, hey guys. This is my first video. I'm definitely new to this, so I'm just going with the flow. I mean, I guess I'll learn as I go, better ways of doing things, but yeah. Um, I have questions that people asked, so I'm not gonna go in any particular order. I'm just going to answer the questions. I should probably introduce myself. Bro, I'm gonna put your phone on the camera. I should probably introduce myself. My name is Deja. I like to go by Dej. I don't know why I don't really like being called Deja. I just don't. It's not that I don't like my name because it's a nice name, but like, I just like Dej. I feel like Deja is more me. Like, I'm Dej. I'm not Deja. Like, seriously though. But, yep. I'm 22. I'll be 23 in May. I have two kids. I have Rue. She's 2 months. And I have TJ. He is 4 years old. He is at school right now. Thank the good Lord. But alright. So, these are basically just questions that people asked me that they said they wanted to know or that they thought that people might be curious about just to get me started on my blog. Basically just to get me started, give a background about myself and give me something to talk about. So, I think the mail's here. Goddamn dogs. Okay. So, the first question is, when were you diagnosed with RA and what led up to it? Like, what was changing in your body to make you want to get checked? It's actually crazy because when I got sick, like, I didn't think it was anything like this. I thought I had the flu or something, like, seriously. And because my mother can vouch for me this, because if you know me, you know that, like, I might not have the best confidence, but my face is like my prized possession, okay? So I don't like when there's anything on my face. Even when my son gets like scratches and stuff on his face, it freaks me out. Like, why are you scratching your face, bro? You're not supposed to do that. But I got real sick. Like, one day I woke up and I thought I had the flu. Like I said, my body was real achy and like I couldn't really get out of bed. And I had like these little like splotches all over my face. And I had no idea what it was. But I'm actually pretty sure I had a fever as well. I'm not sure if I ever really had the flu, because if you know me, I keep saying this, but like for real, because if you're watching this and you know me, you know everything that I'm saying is facts right now. I hate going to the doctor. I hate going to the hospital. So like I woke up and I felt sick as hell. Like I might have thought I was dying that day, but I died in that bed that day. I did not go to the hospital. I didn't go to the doctor. What made me end up at the hospital was when I started to lose feeling in my limbs. I was losing feeling in my feet, my legs, and my hands. So I knew that wasn't normal. I said something must be going on if I'm losing feeling like this. So that's what made me go to the hospital. I thought maybe they could tell me what was going on. Of course not. So this started in like October. This carried on October of 2017. This carried on until February of 2018. And what happened was, in February, the doctors and the hospital, because I was back and forth in the hospital, I think I went like 5 times. And that, how many months was that? October, November, December, January, February. That was like 5 months. I went to the hospital, I guess you could say like once a month. And I was going back and forth to rheumatologists and going back and forth to my primary care doctor, and nobody seemed to be able to figure out exactly what was going on until the rheumatologist one day they started checking my rheumatoid factor, and she told me that she can't diagnose me with rheumatoid arthritis just yet. It has to be consistent. My rheumatoid, it's called rheumatoid factor. um I'm not really sure exactly what the hell that means, but rheumatoid factor I know is not supposed to be above 11. At the time I took my test, mine was at 50. So the doctor was like alarmed, like, hey, this is a very high like rheumatoid level. Like this is explaining basically when your rheumatoid is high, that basically is what causes the swelling um and the joint pain. So she's basically telling me like your rheumatoid's real high. This is the reason for what's causing all your pain. And I forgot to mention when February came, I lost the ability to use my legs. Like my bottom half stopped working. It was real crazy. I was very depressed. It was very hard for me because obviously I'm used to being able to use my legs and get up and walk when I want to, but I couldn't do that anymore. And yeah, so when the doctor's telling me this, I'm kind of mad. Like, what do you mean you can't diagnose me yet? Like, so, but no, what she said makes sense. It has to be consistent because you could have different illnesses and your rheumatoid level can rise. And then once this illness passes, your rheumatoid level will drop back down. But if you have rheumatoid arthritis, your rheumatoid level will be elevated, to stay elevated. So she said she had to wait 3 months, test my levels again, which we did, and they were still high. And so that was when I got diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. And she put me on medications, a lot of medications. I think I took them until my legs regained back their own strength for me to walk again, which took 28 days exactly. I know that because, like I said, this was a very tough time for me. So, yes, I was counting the damn days. Like, when is my legs going to start working again? I was counting the days. You know that meme where they be like, count your days? Yeah, I was counting them. But, so yeah. I think that pretty much answered that question. I hope I answered that question. So, the next one would be, how does RA affect your everyday life and does it make being a parent to two kids more difficult? Um, yes, it does. There's a lot of things that I cannot do. Um, that episode that I had that started in 2017, that it took them a little minute to figure out. It actually caused my body a lot of damage. Um, Let me lift her up. I could show you my finger. Like I literally have a lump in my finger from my rheumatoid, which is normal for people with rheumatoid, but like it's not normal for me to have lumps in my finger. I didn't have this lump before. It's right here. I don't know if you see the difference. This one's flat, and then yeah, there's this little ball right here. It looks like it's kind of hard to see in the video, but I don't know if you could tell the difference. Like this finger's flat, and then there's definitely a lump there. That's for my rheumatoid, like, but just little things like that, like, I'm basically in constant pain because I don't like the medication that they gave me. They put me on steroids and painkillers, tramadol, meloxicam, prednisone. I was on 5 medications. I forget what the other names were for the other two, but they all made me really sleepy, and I just don't like taking pills in general, which is another story for another video maybe on the reason as to why I don't like taking pills. I had a pill problem at one point in my life. I'm not gonna go into that right now, but if you guys want me to go into that and we could go into mental health as well, let me know. I'll definitely do that. I definitely have a lot to say on that subject because I've been through a lot, um, and I've grown a lot, and I've learned a lot. So yeah, but when it comes to TJ, there's not really much that I can't do. Um, I try to do things even when I know I shouldn't because that's just my character. So like, if my hands are hurting and I'm burping her and my hands hurting, I'm not gonna stop burping her and give her to my husband. I'm probably gonna sit there and I'm gonna keep burping and I'm just gonna be in pain, you know, like stuff like that. So it's not more so of me not being able to do things. It's more so of certain things that I do will just leave me in pain after the fact because I'm straining my body. So I probably shouldn't be doing these things, but being a mother, sometimes you don't have a choice. Like right now, I'm home alone. My husband's at work, and I have the baby, so I can't just not burp her just because my hands hurt. You feel me? Like, so just stuff like that. Um, yeah. Next question. Did it affect your pregnancy? Boy, it didn't affect my pregnancy with TJ because I didn't have it at this time. I didn't, like I said, I didn't have a flare up until 2017. So he was already 3 years old at this time. But boy, did it have an effect on my pregnancy. I thought I was not going to make it. I was literally like crying from the pain that I was in. And if you know me, you know I don't cry. Like I broke my knee and I did not cry. Literally, I broke my knee and I walked on it. And ow, this hurts, but I'm not crying. I was pregnant in so much pain that I'm crying. Almost every day I'm crying from being in pain. My legs hurt, my feet hurt. They're swollen. Mind you, symptom of rheumatoid is swelling, but I'm also pregnant. So it's like double with me. I'm double swelling. So I'm just a freaking balloon. My skin's hurting from being stretched out so much because it's so swollen. Like, I wish I could get up right now and show you, like, my sides. My skin was literally ripping open. And it was just painful. My back was hurting. Like, it was painful to walk. I couldn't drive for the last month of my pregnancy. I could not drive longer than like 15 to 20 minutes because just sitting down was painful. Using the steering wheel was painful. And that's another thing too. This doesn't really involve parenting. This is just general everyday life. I have to go places. I have to take her to the doctor's appointments and stuff like that. I have to drive to get there. Driving is painful. It my hands, my fingers, and my wrist, they hurt if I drive. I want to say longer than about 45 minutes to an hour. They start hurting. And if you know where I live in Florida, that 45 minutes to an hour drive happens pretty often because everything is so freaking far away. Because I live in the boonies. So, yeah, that's also a way that it affects me in my life and my parenting. Because, like I said, there's some times where I'm in pain. I don't want to do stuff. But, you know, you make sacrifices. So I guess that would be a sacrifice that I make on a daily basis, doing things that are putting me in pain. But you know, my kids are fine at the end of the day. And that's really all that matters to me. Like, it doesn't really matter to me if I'm in pain, just as long as they're fine. She's not hungry, she's not hurting, you know? Okay. Alright, next questions. Do you feel being diagnosed with RA at such a young age held you back from accomplishing certain goals and dreams? Um, yes and no, because my profession, what I wanted to do was, well, not was, it is, I'm going to school. I'm going to become a special education major, and I want to minor in psychology. So that profession doesn't really entail me doing any physical labor that would affect my RA, except for standing. I guess if I'm teaching, I have to stand. But teachers get chairs, so I'm pretty sure, like, I'll be able to sit down for a little bit. You know what I mean? Take breaks, sit down. But I like to work with my hands. I like to, like, when I was younger, I never could get down with knitting, but I used to crochet. I used to sew. I do hair. If you know me, you know I do hair. I can freak some dreads, man. I'll have you walking out like you just paid $100 in the salon. Seriously, your dreads will be fire. Uh, I do box braids, all that's like stuff. Basically, stuff. I like to cook. I like to do a lot of stuff that requires me to use my hands. Um, so like as far as opening up doing a business or anything like that, which I actually did have thoughts of opening just to have like something on the side, you know, have my own business, have people working for me, so I'm not working for nobody. Uh, I don't think that's gonna happen unless I find another way to get it started up. Find somebody else that has talent. But then again, they could do their own business. What do they need me for if they're the ones doing the work? You feel me? Like, so I guess that idea is dead. But other than that, no. Uh, what are the different stages of RA and where does yourself fall? I don't think there's stages of RA. I think RA is one of those diseases. It's kind of, I'm gonna compare it to cancer, but I don't mean that in severity. I mean that in the way that cancer works, because RA is like the same way. Like you'll get cancer, and it'll be like stage one cancer, and this is usually the part where you don't know that you have it. It's just in your body, just chilling, and it starts growing little by little, by little by little, and then eventually it's stage four, and then you die. That's kind of how RA works. You get it, and it progresses gradually. Like this little lump on my finger, it came about after a year. Uh, the pain, I'm like really in constant pain all the time, honestly. I mean, I can say that it's my own fault because I don't like to take medication, so I don't take the pain pills. They're addictive. I don't understand that. I don't understand how doctors, if you're my primary care doctor and I'm telling you I've had a drug addiction, why in the hell are you giving me a pain pill that's addictive when I have an addiction problem? Like, I really felt like that was his way of saying, like, F you. But that's neither here nor there. I don't take the medications, which is probably why I'm in so much pain all the time. But it's gotten to a point where, like I said, if you know me, I have a high pain tolerance, so I just deal with it. I mean, sometimes it gets to a point where I gotta sit down or I gotta lay down, like, because it hurts so bad. But most of the time, I can work through it. Um, like even right now, I'm in pain. Literally, like I literally mean I'm in pain at all times. Probably even in my sleep, I just don't realize it because I'm sleeping. Like seriously. All right. What methods do you use to regulate it and go about your day with two children? I kind of already answered that. I don't really do anything. I mean, my kids come first, so if they need it done, it gotta get done. If my husband's not here to do it, it's up to me. I don't have an option. Like I said, I can't say, oh, well, mommy's hurting, I can't feed you. You feel me? Like, it gotta get done. What effects does it have on you from a day to day basis? I feel like I kind of answered that already too. By the way, this is what she does. This is how she falls asleep. She's gonna keep spitting her pacifier out, and then if I don't give it back to her, she's gonna look at me and she's gonna whine like, "Bitch, give it back." So don't don't mind her. She's in her zone right now. She's getting ready to go to sleep. She just ate. She just had her butt changed. She's lit. All right. What are the chances of getting RA? I don't know. I do know it's genetic. That is how I got it. My family has a history of autoimmune diseases, and rheumatoid arthritis just so happens to be an autoimmune disease. I also have the lupus gene. Hopefully, that doesn't become active. Because if that becomes active, then I'm gonna have a whole bunch of different other problems that I don't need in my life. So, inshallah, that doesn't happen to me. Did you come up with any home remedies to help it, or are there natural ways to deal with RA besides medicine that help you? Um, you know me, like I said, I'm big on marijuana. Marijuana is a fix for everything. It fixes my anxiety. It helps with my depression. It helps with my mania. When I'm manic, I smoke. It puts me back down to the level where I should be at. Manic days is not good days. A lot of you that are probably watching this that know me know manic days. The days that's impulsive, that just does stuff and doesn't think about stuff before she does it. Yeah. Like, I am the definition of bipolar. Seriously. So, Marijuana, man, marijuana. There is CBD. I don't know if you know what CBD is. CBD is derived from the marijuana plant. It doesn't get you high. That's basically the basis of it. I'm not going to get into too much detail because I don't really feel like explaining this to y'all. Y'all got Google. Y'all can look it up. CBD. Doesn't get you high. It's derived from the marijuana plant. They make it into lotions and stuff like that. I have this balm that I can't get up and show you right now that I rub on my body sometimes. It helps with the swelling and stuff. Like when my hands get so swollen. Like sometimes my hands get so swollen, I have to take off my wedding ring because it literally starts cutting off my circulation. And so yeah, the CBD helps with that. That's a natural way. Another natural way that I do is I drink. Well, I haven't been, but which I probably should be. But pineapple water. You take fresh pineapple, you cut it up, put it in some water, let it sit in the fridge. You drink a cup of that first thing in the morning before you eat anything. Drink it on an empty stomach. The pineapple is good for inflammation. Also, what I do I have smoothies, berry smoothies. Berries are good for inflammation. So I make berry smoothies, drink smoothies, or eat strawberries. Or I like raspberries and stuff. So yeah, just eat them, eat stuff. It's mostly rheumatoid really is a diet that bases off of what you consume because it is an autoimmune disease and your immune system is obviously part of your body. So if you're putting good stuff into your body, good stuff will come out. If you're putting bad stuff into your body, bad stuff will come out. That's why I said I shouldn't have stopped drinking the pineapple water. I forget why I did. There was a reason why I did, and it was a good reason. Because trust me, I don't like being swollen. But then I had the baby, and then everything got crazy, and I never went to the store to get a pineapple. So I don't have no pineapple water. But definitely, if you have swelling and inflammation anywhere in your body, seriously, pineapple water. Pineapple water is good for a lot of stuff, not just swelling and inflammation. You guys should look that up too if you're interested in that. Seriously, look up the benefits of drinking pineapple water once a day, and you'll be very surprised. Because I was very surprised when I was doing my own research. Like, oh, I need to go get a pineapple right now. Seriously, and that's exactly what we did. Me and my husband, we made some pineapple water. Cause my husband don't play about me. He do not play about my life. He do not like when I don't feel well. He really doesn't. I think it hurts him more than it hurts me sometimes. Like, he be sad for me. Alright. This is the last question that I have. It is actually is about mental health. How do you balance kids, RA, and your mental health? This part takes a lot of teamwork from my husband. And this is why I love him so much because seriously, like, nobody besides my mother has dealt with my mental illness as well as my husband does. Because most people, when I go through the phase that I went through with him, because it happens in phases, it's not the first time I've been through this phase. And I'm sure, like I said, some of you watching might know what I'm talking about. I get real crazy and do, yeah, yeah. We could speak on that. If y'all want to ask me questions about my mental health, you can do that. I'll let you guys know. I am diagnosed. I have PTSD, I have anxiety, and I have bipolar 1 disorder with psychosis. I'm pretty sure you guys know the basis of bipolar disorder. Psychosis, long story short, basically means I hear stuff and I see stuff. And I imagine things. Basically, it's a disconnection from reality is really what it is, because I could see things that won't be there, or I could hear things that aren't, there's no sound, or I could be thinking things that's not true. So if you guys have any questions, you want me to go into detail more about that, I will in another video. I could make a video about mental health, but it's definitely hard doing it as a parent. I've definitely had to hold her because she's crying and I'm having a mental breakdown. Like, I'm literally having a mental breakdown. My body's shaking. My mind is, I can't even explain it. Like, my mind goes wacky. My mind goes haywire. It's like I'm having a million thoughts. My body starts shaking. yeah, I get very overwhelmed. I get very overwhelmed. And so there has been times where I've had to hold her and to also like have to calm myself down. You know, it's easy to calm yourself down from a panic attack when you don't have to focus on anything but yourself. So when I'm trying to calm myself down from having a panic attack and also focusing on her or focusing on TJ because TJ is calling my name because he wants something, mommy, 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 and he's 4. So he doesn't understand that like mommy is having a mental breakdown right now. Just like let her be. He doesn't understand that. So that gets really hard. And like I said, it takes a lot of help from my husband, like me being able to call upon him and him being there. Or even if I tell him, like right now if he's at work, so when I pick him up, like if I was to tell him like today I had a long day, he'd take over the kids for a few hours, let me take a nap or let me just chill out, you know, just let me do something other than worry about the kids. Let me worry about myself for a little while. And that really helps sometimes. It really does cuz when I'm having a mental breakdown, I need to be in isolation. Any sound, any noise, like a bird chirping, anything will set me off. Seriously. Like, so definitely is my husband that gets me through that. Um, that's really just about it. It's a lot of it takes a lot of patience, and it's hard sometimes with my disorder to have patience because it causes me to be impulsive. So I really think that that is the biggest struggle. Like I need to I'm working on this now, but I'm just speaking. Like I need to learn how to control it if it's even possible. I don't even know if it's possible. I'm just learning. I've had this disorder for quite a while now. I just started to accept that I have it and learn about it. And so I'm basically speaking on what I've been through and what I've learned from doing research. So I'm not sure if this is something that can be overcame or overcome. I think it's overcome. I don't know if this is something that I can overcome or if this is something that it's just going to be this bad and I just have to take it with stride and deal with it as it comes. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it's something that I can overcome. I know it's not going to go away, but if somehow it can lessen in severity, would be very nice. It would be very nice because parenting and being bipolar and having psychosis is very hard. Like sometimes I'll hear her crying and she's not crying, or I'll hear TJ call me and he didn't call me, and I'm looking like an asshole, like a dumbass. But to me, it's real. But that's why I say like my husband is a big help because he knows I have this. I know I have this. So sometimes when I hear something, I could just ask him like, "Did you hear that too?" He'll tell me yes or no. If he heard it, I know it's real because we both heard it. If he didn't hear it, all right, I'm tripping. Like it is what it is. I'm tripping. Seriously, you gotta learn to laugh. That's really what it is. You gotta learn to laugh at stuff because you're not gonna want to laugh. It's hard to deal with, and you literally feel like you're losing your mind because you probably are. That's probably what's happening. But you just have to take it with stride and you have to laugh at stuff. When you see stuff, you laugh. When you hear stuff, you laugh at it like, oh, that's fake. Like, sometimes my voices, they say some funny shit. I'm not even gonna lie. And I don't even know how you guys are gonna feel about me posting this because I know a lot of people aren't really accepting of like people that hear voices and stuff. They think it's weird or it's different, but this is my reality. And this is what you guys asked me. So this is what you're getting. My reality is this is what I go through. And so I hope that this video doesn't backfire. I hope you guys are able to take what I'm telling you and know that you're not the only ones that go through what you're going through, and that you can deal with it. There are ways to deal with things besides taking medication. I'm actually very opposed to taking medications. I only take medications when absolutely necessary. If there is something that I can do natural as opposed to taking medicine, I'm definitely doing it natural way. Forget about the medicine. Like I said, I don't like pills. I hate pills. So, yeah, that is, I guess, all I have to say for now for this video. I hope this isn't too long, but yeah, see ya.